The next question we are going to answer is explain 4 factors considered when choosing a method of approximate estimating to be used. Approximate estimating is when we are estimating the cost of a building either so accurately or just giving a tentative price. In estimating and in approximate estimation methods, we usually do them at different stages of the building. For example, there are those that are done before the client decides to do the project. There are those that are done after the drawings. So the question is asking the factors considered when choosing which approximate estimating method to be used. One is the information available. In cases where the client has not even done the drawings, he just wants to do a feasibility study on what to construct. In that instant, we are going to use the method like the functional unit method, whereby we just use a method so that we can come up with a rough estimate. But in case the drawings are already done and we already know even the specifications to be used, we are going to use a more complex method like doing the bill of quantities so that you can get the price accurately. So that point is the information available, if there is a drawing or there is no drawing. The next factor we should consider is the time available. How long does the client need? What time duration is he giving us to give him the price? If he wants the price in 5 minutes, we are going to use a rough method of coming up with the price, for example, the functional unit method. But if he gives us enough time, we may come up with a bill of quantity, which is much more detailed. So that point is the time available. The third point is the degree of accuracy required. If the client just wants an estimate, a rough estimate of the cost of a building, for example, he's just asking, what is the cost of a 5-bedroomed house? Approximately. That one, we may use a very simple method to come up with the cost, for example, the functional unit method. But if he needs total accuracy, so we shall have to come up with a bill of quantity that states the cost of item by item with specifications to the materials and method of work. The last factor we consider when choosing an approximating method is the experience of the estimator. In case it's just a fundi who is coming up with the price, he may not be well experienced with the prices in the market. So we shall use a rough method of coming up with the prices. Maybe you can even use the area method, whereby we shall just multiply by the cost per area. But in case the estimator is well experienced, we may use a bill of quantities. Another example, if the estimator is well experienced, he may be able to accurately price per square meter. But if he's not well experienced, we will have to do a bill of quantities so that we can be able to come up with an accurate price. So that is either way, the experience of the estimator. So the 4 factors considered when choosing an approximate estimating method. 1 is the information available, time available, degree of accuracy required, and 4, the experience of the estimator.